right? So I'm gonna lay on my side, and I want my feet and my butt and my mid-back between my shoulder blades and the back of my brain to all be even. You can line all that up with the back of the mat if that helps you. I'm gonna lay all the way down on my arm here, and we're gonna do a clamshell. Now, I don't wanna move my whole pelvis to do the clamshell, just like I didn't wanna move my pelvis when I was doing the monster walk. You wanna come from right here. So I'm gonna suck in my waist again, using that transverse abdominis to stabilize. I'm gonna put my hand here and imagine I have a cup of tea on this elbow so that I can tell if that hip is moving. I'm gonna feel that arm move, and I'm gonna feel the bones here move under my hand too. Keep your heels together, toes can come apart. Push up that top knee and hold. 2, 3, and down, 2, 3. Push up and hold. And I'm not going all the way down. And down. 2, 3. Push up and hold. 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. Keep that waist pulled in. 2, 3. Down. That'll also make sure you're not arching your back to do the move, because your body is so smart. And down. 2, 3. It's got all kinds of other ways it can do the moves that you ask it to do. And down. But we want to strengthen up the hips. 2, 3, and down. 2, 3. Push up and hold. 2, 3. That's 8. Down. 2, 3. 2 more. We're going to do 10, and we're going to stay on this same side and do a couple more things. And down. 2, 3. Okay, now, scooch so you can see me. I'm going to straighten out the top leg and pull it back behind this hip. Okay, I'm pulling it back as far as I can, and then I'm going to flex and point. Don't let that back arch. So in other words, don't do that, right, to try and get that leg back. You're going to hold those abs in. Good. Now I'm going to lay on my back. I'm going to lean on this leg, the leg that was up. I'm going to turn on my back. I'm going to lean on the leg that was up, because the leg you're leaning on is going to work harder. I'm going to tilt my pelvis back, posterior tilt. So watch these lines on my pants. See how they tip toward the ground? That's called a posterior tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. I'm pulling my belly button in. Lift your hips up in the air. And I'm going to stabilize with the leg I was lifting with and move the other leg. Push out and hold. 2, 3, and in. 2, 3. Push out and hold. So we're holding this glute bridge and moving the other leg out. Push out and hold. 2, 3, and in. 2, 3. Push out and hold. Belly button stays in. 2, 3. Pull your chin in and look past your knees. That will really help. 2, 3. Push out and hold. And if you forget which hip should do which one, don't worry about it too much. Both glutes are working. Push out and in. 3 more. Push out and in. 2 more. Push out and hold and in. Last one. Push out and hold and in. Great. We're going to flip over and do all that on the other side. So we're going to start with that clamshell. Line up your back of your head, the space between your shoulder blades and your butt, and the bottom of your feet. Not the peak of your butt. Really where the top of your butt is, where that bony fusion of vertebrae is, called your sacrum. That's kind of what we want to be back there. Put that hand up on your pelvis so you can tell if she's moving back and forth, right? Suck your waist in so that your low back is very stable. Keep your heels together, toes can come apart, and push out and hold. 2, 3, and down. 2, 3, push up and hold. 2, 3, down. 2, 3, push up and hold. 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and 5. Don't be surprised if this hip is harder, because you know what? She's already been working. 2, 3, because of the nature of the band. Anytime you've got a band on, you're working both sides, even if you're emphasizing one. 2, 3, down, 3 more. 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Remember, I'm not trying to turn up. If I were to turn like this, now I'm working my hip flexor. Those are my sitting muscles. It's kind of the opposite of what I want to work. So you have to keep, that's why we keep this hand here, so we can tell if we're staying stacked up and staying still. Pretend that cup of tea is on your elbow. If you roll back, you're going to splash that tea. And down. Good. Now we're going to straighten out that leg. Lift it up, straighten it out, pull it behind the hip. Abs in. Don't let your abs go into the floor. That'll be arching the back to do the move. And we're going to point and flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I don't want to let that arm slosh. 8, 9, 10. Ankle and hip function has been clinically shown, to depend upon each other. So it's really then extra beneficial anytime you can work the ankle and the hip together. Okay, we're going to come on up in that glute bridge. Posterior tilt, belly button is in. Lift those hips up, keep that belly button in, pulling your low back toward the ground, pushing those hips up nice and high. And I'm going to push out with the leg that was underneath. And in, 2, 3. Stabilizing with the other leg that was lifting. And down, 2, 3, or in, excuse me. Pushing out. So you probably noticed that theme. It's called abduction. Push out and hold. And in, 2, 3. I'm going to look past my knees. And in, 2, 3. Push out and hold. And in, 2, 3. Push out and hold. And in, 2, 3. This is 7 or 8 maybe. I think it's 8. 2 more. Push out and hold. And in, 2, 3. Push out and hold. And in, 2, 3. Great. Okay.